suplex.
Everybody, welcome to Thoughts Count Anywhere. We're a man short today. As Aaron started his vacation in
I think he's down in Lake Havasu, isn't he?
yeah, he's in Lake Havasu.
So, Aaron, we know, please enjoy your time down there, and our thoughts and prayers go out to you as you deal with a medical emergency down there. Hopefully it'll be over real quick, and you can get on to a peaceful vacation.
The fun, the water, and the sun.
And know that you're missed.
Definitely.
Anyway, how's your week this week there, Mr. Matt?
It's been good.
Any stories?
Oh, yeah, I got a ton of them.
Give me one.
There's some guy yesterday tried to sucker punch me, so I ended up chicken winging him, grabbed him by the neck, and I threw him in the ditch in Las Vegas Boulevard.
Hell yes.
For legal reasons, that was a joke.
Hope you called Metro.
No, kind of street justice.
I got you.
How was your week?
My week was good. Went out, saw the cardio doctor. Give me good words of wisdom. Said I got a lot of vinegar in me, so I'm not going anywhere yet. So Liz isn't getting rich.
All right.
All right, let's get rolling here, my man.
All right, we got I Hear Voices.
I got no bell. We'll work on it. Thank you.
There's a rumor Brock Lesnar's not going to be at SummerSlam this year, as it's been hyped up to be recently. They want him to commit to live shows, which I guess he's not ready for yet, but
The ring rust, maybe?
could be.
COVID, maybe?
But it is Brock Lesnar. He's a stubborn son of a bitch.
That's, yeah.
So,
I
he wants it the Brock way or no way, so I'm sure he's just playing hardball with Vince to, I want to do this 3 times a year, that's it.
just retire. Go home and enjoy life. You know, it's as I said last week when we were talking about people with these type of contracts, you know, and Aaron brought up the good point. Sting at 60 years old is still producing, and I'm okay with that. Week in and week out, I'm okay with that. If and that's how a wrestler should be. That's the type of contract they should have. This type of stuff where, oh, I'm going to come in and do, you know, plan it down. I'm going to come in and do a show. Then I'm going to take 6 months off. Then I'm going to come back and do another show. You know, that type of contract. I'm really surprised that Vince, and I'm assuming it's Vince, designs those type of contracts for his for the wrestlers, you know, the high paid wrestlers, and he allows that. I think it takes away from the fellas that work week in and week out and the gals that work week in and week out. I really don't care what he does. He just go away.
It definitely takes away from the people that work week to week, but Brock Lesnar is one of those guys that put butts in seats.
Yeah, it's all about the money. You're right. I don't disagree with you there. But who cares?
I just want to see Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar one time, preferably here in Vegas at SummerSlam. And then Brock can go off to Canada, hate people the rest of his life. And
that's where he's from, right?
He lives in Saskatchewan right
Saskatchewan?
now. Like,
the Rough
in the
Riders.
middle of nowhere.
No, I don't disagree with you. You know, I look at Edge right now. Edge is working week in and week out. I wonder if Edge has the same type of contract as our friend that we're talking about there, Mr. Lesnar. And, you know, if he does, that's one thing. You're building a storyline. But just to come in and to do a match, and I'll use your analogy. For him to come in and just wrestle one match with Bobby Lashley, no build up, no nothing, that's not wrestling.
True.
That's how I look at it. And if that's what's going to happen, I'll stand my ground and say, don't even bother coming in.
If he's got to come back, he better come in before like Money in the Bank or right after to give it time to like hype it up. Even though there's enough hype around that match, it's been a dream match for quite a while, so I'm sure the anticipation's already there.
Yeah.
But you still need a good storyline to
I totally
get it over the top.
I totally agree with you on that one. Now let's move on.
For sure. Next up, as there's rumors Alberto Del Rio might be returning to WWE. I really don't see that happening with the allegations against him, all the paid stuff.
You know,
I think he's pretty much done with in WWE, but Vince is known to do crazier shit, so
you know it's interesting that we have that one on the run sheet today, because our previous program was talking about a Major League Baseball player by the name of Trevor Bauer that plays for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Same type of scenario. Totally agree with you. You know, I really think Del Rio's, as far as being seen on the big screen, so to speak, he's not coming back to WWE. There's no way. It really surprised me to see the Uso boy on SmackDown last night. That really surprised me.
true.
But hey, WWE, you know, I'm sure their legal department's very smart, and you know, hopefully gives Vince very solid facts and information to make a decision on, and you know, I
WWE's a trip. You can do something major and get arrested, and they're like, whatever, you're with Roman, it's cool. But dear God, you start a Twitch channel, all hell breaks loose.
and you know, there again, it's all about the money.
Oh yeah.
All about the you know, the wrestlers trying to make bring a Twitch channel on, or whatever it's called. And, you know, I'm not savvy to all that stuff, but you know, to make a little bit of money or whatever, and WWE slams it down. Well, I guess there's been 2 strikes now. I wonder if the third strike, unless there's a decision made, I wonder if the third strike he's going to be out or not.
True. Well, they got somebody to replace him already.
That's yeah.
You wouldn't even know the difference.
No, you're true.
Unless
You're
you
true.
know.
No, you're true.
It's one of those, unless you know, you know.
Yeah, it's either North Florida or South Florida, right?
True.
What area code?
That poor guy, we were bugging the hell out of him that
Yes,
day.
we were. Yes, we. No, but you know, I'm being serious, and I want to talk about this for a minute on a serious note.
Sure.
You know, I really feel bad that Jimmy was off the air for how many months? Almost a year, I think.
Yeah, fresh off that knee injury.
And you know, he already had a DUI before. Now he's got his second DUI. I really hope that if the WWE brings Lesnar back and puts him in a match to draw fans into the seats and make money, I hope Vince and the WWE Corporation spend some of that money and send Jimmy to and help Jimmy find a reputable rehabilitation facility, a drug and alcohol facility, and I hope they allow him to have the time he needs before he gets back in the ring and after he gets back in the ring, and help him get his life back together.
Definitely.
So I appreciate you giving me that little bit of time. And Jimmy, do what you need to do for yourself, first and foremost, your family, and the hell with wrestling right now.
There's life after wrestling, and before it gets too out of hand, you better nip it in the bud.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Let's see. You want to call in? Give us a call in at US 702-329-6947. Press 1. International 855-502-4321. Press 1. Give us a call if you want to talk to us today.
Definitely. Let's do the WWE report.
All right, here we go. Well, we'll pass number 1 because we just talked about that one. WWE announced Bayley was hurt during training and will be out up to 9 months, possibly a torn ACL.
That sucks. It came out this morning that she might have got hurt at the Performance Center doing like chain wrestling with they didn't say who, but it was the mandatory training for like back on the road training.
Right.
It kind of sucks.
Yeah,
she was turning into like a really good heel.
That's not your favorite wrestler, though, is it?
Not particularly, but I don't want to see anybody get hurt like that.
No, I totally agree with you.
I love to hate her on TV every week. So she's got to be on TV every week for me to hate her.
I was coming in this morning, listening to Busted Open, as I always do every Saturday morning driving down. They had a good point that with Bayley having the injury, that they may still keep her on TV doing her Ding Dong
Hello.
Yeah, the Ding Dong Bell show or whatever the hell it is. I forget what the name of it is.
Ding Dong Hello.
Yeah, because I'm getting old, but possibly doing the Ding Dong Hello. So
that'd be cool. Keep her on TV.
Keep her character going.
Definitely.
The other part of it was with her not being able to wrestle. The likely one to step in is Becky.
True, to take like her spot, but her match in the Money in the Bank's already been replaced by Carmella.
Right. But the what they're talking about is Becky coming back. Okay, eventually down the road for next year, not this year's WrestleMania coming up. Next year's WrestleMania, Becky and Bayley.
That'd be cool, but I don't know if WWE ever plans that far ahead. I don't even know if they think they're gonna do on Monday Night Raw this week.
Well, that's creative writing, and hey, I saw Daivari quit. WWE Creative. I saw he quit.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a local. Maybe we'll get him on the show.
Well, I doubt if he'd be allowed to talk about it because of the 90-day no compete.
Yeah.
But
day 91.
Let me change subjects. How can WWE legal or the corporation or the creative writing, whoever does the contracts for WWE, how can they let shit fall through the cracks being a $1 billion corporation when they let our man on Impact only have a 30-day non-compete and never changed it to 90?
Oh,
how about
Aleister
that
Black?
one? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
crazy.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Apparently, there was rumors like a couple weeks ago we covered that that people were trying to get out of their no-compete causes, and WWE was for it. For what reason, I have no idea. But one of them got through the cracks, and Malachi Black was on AEW and made one hell of an impact.
Yes, he did. So thank you, WWE, for screwing up. We appreciate you on that one. And hopefully you'll have a few more.
Definitely, but it is a quarter after the hour, so we should go to our first commercial break. We will be right back.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit hey, all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
If inspiration is the beginning, where does it lead? Experience the 2021 Mazda 3 sedan and see where inspiration can take you.
Grab the brass ring in a 2021 Mazda 3 with exclusive FSW discounts at Findlay Mazda. Get Garth today at the Valley Auto Mall.
We're back.
Yes, we are. So up next we have Carmella replaces Bayley in the SmackDown Women's Championship match at Money in the Bank. I think that's a good choice. I would much rather hope that Becky was going to get it, but Carmella's okay. Her from my viewpoint, she's won it twice. Couldn't she win it a third time?
Yeah. Oh, she's not in the Money in the Bank ladder match anymore. She got replaced.
Oh, she did.
She's in the championship match.
She
She replaced Bayley in the I Quit match.
Okay. So.
And then Carmella got replaced with Liv Morgan in the actual Money in the Bank ladder match.
Well deserved.
Definitely.
Well deserved for Liv Morgan. I'm glad to see that. Hopefully they're going to give her a little bit of push now, maybe, and we'll see what happens.
I hope so, but the whole Becky Lynch thing, I don't think she's going to come back with no crowds. I think they're waiting for either the first big show with crowds,
SummerSlam.
because that is going to be a crazy pop
SummerSlam.
when she returns. I think she's going to be in a match at SummerSlam by then. I think she's going to come back at probably the first live show is a SmackDown.
Yes.
And since Rollins is on SmackDown and they're married, I'm sure she's going to be on SmackDown until the draft, and then who knows where those two are going to go, but I'm pretty sure if I had to guess, and Vegas is a betting city, I would put a couple bucks. She debuts on the first SmackDown with a live crowd, which is next Friday.
Next Friday, right. And it wouldn't surprise me if we see a few other surprises possibly showing up on SmackDown or Raw.
True that. They're going to do something for these live crowds. They want to get ticket sales up to a bunch of sellouts. So
Who's the fella over in England? The big Walter?
yeah,
Don't be surprised if you see Walter over here pretty soon.
that'd be cool.
I think it'd be well deserved. All right, up next we have Shinsuke Nakamura and Mr. Rollins qualify for Money in the Bank.
Those are a couple good ones to add to the match. I would love to see Seth Rollins cash in on Roman Reigns again and cost him the belt.
Hey, do you think that would happen after last night, though? With Edge and the Mysterios jumping in there last night. The Mysterios jumping in on the Usos. Edge having that bar and putting it in whichever Uso it was, putting it in these pearly whites, and
Oh yeah,
that might be a good, Edge and
Roman.
and the Usos and Mysterios.
Yeah, definitely.
That could be two good matches right there.
I was really hoping during that WrestleMania push before Christian went to AEW. I don't think anybody knew he was going there, but
No.
I really wanted to see Edge and Christian versus the Usos.
Well, who knew Mark Henry was going, and who knew Big Show was going?
True.
But hey, that's good to see. I'm glad things like that are starting up.
Also, last night on SmackDown, Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Nox took out the tag champs. It's about time they start pushing some NXT talent right way. And
Have you had the honor of seeing Shotzi wrestle out here?
Yeah.
We've been fortunate for our watchers and viewers. We've had the fortune of seeing at least Shotzi. I can talk about Shotzi, a class lady, a great wrestler. Glad to see that she's getting the push that she's getting. You know, like I just, you know, with her and Tegan going up, because Tegan just come back
Yeah.
from her leg injury. I wonder what happened to Ember. You know, which
They got to keep somebody in NXT, and she's been on the main roster and like fluctuated so much. It was a shame she was never like women's champion in the main roster, which is a waste to me. But she's better off in NXT.
Oh, I any of them are better off at NXT. I totally agree with you there. I'm just surprised that Tegan went up with Shotzi instead of Ember going up with Shotzi, because
True.
Ember and Shotzi were tag team champs down there.
Yeah, but you think they're going to do anything to make sense on the main roster?
Of course not. That's creative writing and it's shit. So.
I was just checking the comments. It was Sanjay Dutt, not Daivari, that quit.
I stand corrected. Whoever sent that in, thank you very much.
Thomas and Sean.
I was that was my 3/4 Halfheimers for the program. Then that one's used. 37.5's next.
John Cena starts filming a movie next month in Europe, which got everybody a little scared that he might not make SummerSlam, but apparently the locked-in main event for SummerSlam is John Cena versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title, but with I know John Cena's a dedicated guy and all, but is he really going to fly back and forth to SmackDowns in the middle of filming from Europe to wherever they are in the country at that time? That's a lot.
Let me ask you an honest question, okay? As a wrestling fan, are you excited to see a match with John Cena and Roman Reigns?
The new Roman Reigns now? Hell yes.
Why do you say that?
Because the first Roman Cena feud we got,
Right?
Roman wasn't anywhere near on the mic or to the caliber he is now.
Okay.
Remember when they did the promo and then Roman kind of froze and he's like, it's a promo, kid, learn it. And Cena kind of just punked him the whole time.
Good point.
But now we have, like, between the Usos and Roman and Paul Heyman, we can get one hell of a storyline out of this, and hopefully it leads to The Rock somehow.
See, and I don't disagree with you. I think the one that could really put it over, well, besides Cena putting it over, Roman. I think now Roman can put it over, but the one person that can really put it over and make it heat is Paul Heyman.
True.
That man's a classic, and I'm excited if it happens. I'm excited for it to happen. I would think Cena's still in good shape. You know, doing the movies and everything, it's a different type of moves and things like that, but you're still staying healthy. And I think it would be a good match. Now, the other question is if that happens, is that Cena's last match?
I don't think it'll be Cena's last match for a while. That never gets out of your blood, it seems like. There's very few people that are like, this is my last match and walk away. I think it's to put Roman, like, to that next... He's already, like, up there, and everyone, like, took him for granted for years. He was always, like, really good in the ring. He was just never really good on the mic. But now that he has Paul Heyman and he's gotten better himself, I think beating Cena at, like, a major event like that will put him, like, top tier.
Right.
It's like basically handing the torch to Roman and be like, it's yours now.
Correct. I know, and I agree with you. Anyway.
WWE is also planning a return to Saudi Arabia by the end of the year for their money grab match of the year.
I hope, and I'll just make one comment on that. I hope WWE's legal has it worked out with the Saudi Arabian government before the show ever starts, that when the show's over, that the WWE people who are in Saudi Arabia can get on the airplane and come home and not sit on the runway for, what was it, 5 or 6 hours, I think, something
Yeah.
like that. So that's all I got to say on that one. And you're right, it is a money grab.
Oh yeah, for
Oh.
sure. The Prince of Saudi Arabia. I remember reading the first one. He wanted Yokozuna and the Ultimate Warrior to be there, and they're like, "We got some bad news for you, bud."
I have a new name for you this week. I forgot to tell you, Jake the Milkman Milligan.
Huh?
Yep, that's the new name this week.
I'll
Look
have to Google that.
Look him up. I'll give you this much. Check the AWA.
Oh, okay.
What do we got next there? Let's see here. Listen to this one. WWE planning surprises during live events to try to help with ticket sales.
Like we were talking about earlier, the return of Becky Lynch. That's going to be a big one. But if there's surprises to help ticket sales, wouldn't you already have to have a ticket to see what the surprise is? So that kind of defeats the purpose. Unless, like, you announce, like, hey, Becky Lynch returns this Friday. That'll help ticket sales. But some random event in a crowd that you're already there, how's that going to help ticket sales?
Let me go back to something old school. 2 things. 2 points. In fact, no, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to do that for my rant. Never mind. You just, you got about 2 minutes there, and then I'm going to spin it up to get ready for my rant, sir.
I got a picture for you.
All right. Let's see the picture if you got it.
I can't see it next here.
Oh, it's there.
Oh, is that the milkman?
That's him. Jake the Milkman Milligan. Yes, sir. He put, and I'll say this, he put so many wrestlers over in the AWA, mid-card wrestler, but he put so many wrestlers over for them to get to the top tier and become champions.
Oh, he was a jobber?
He was a jobber, but he was good.
Oh, that's cool.
He was real good.
Are you getting fired up yet?
Yeah, you struck a chord with me.
It's about that time.
It's about that time.
It's time for cheese.
That's okay. It's about that time. Our gentleman here does not have his I'm ready. Good morning, everyone. It is the Chief. My 3 minutes of fame is now 2:58. We talked about something earlier, and I'm going to read it off of our run sheet right here. It says, WWE planning surprises during live events to try to help with ticket sales. Well, I've spoke about this before, and there's 2 things you can do. Number 1, and everybody that's on here I know is a wrestling fan, so I'm just going to say this to you. Go into YouTube. Are you surprised I know about that? YouTube? Go into YouTube and punch up the Worldwide Wrestling Federation. When Mr. McMahon ran it. Not Vince, but his dad. And if you take a look at it, go in, if you can, and find it on the Madison Square Garden matches. You'll see about mid-card, probably after the 4th or 5th match, that they announced the show for the next month. But also, they had a live program out of the Washington, D.C. area. And they used to do interviews during their 10-minute break. And if WWE was smart, and the other companies also, Impact, AEW, if you all were to take a look at that and talk about some of the feuds, wrestler and wrestler, and you were to talk about upcoming shows and who's going to be on it prior to it coming to the area, like SummerSlam. We don't know who's going to be on SummerSlam out here. Tickets have been bought, but you might know some of the wrestlers. You don't know the damn matches. They haven't been announced yet. Well, if WWE was smart, they'd start announcing matches right now. Or announce the whole damn card right now. And let people get excited. Maybe they'll buy more tickets and sell it out. Who knows? Okay, the other part of it is if you look at the old AWA matches, during their show, they had interviews with the wrestlers. And they talked about feuds. They talked about who they were going to start wrestling or who they just finished a feud with. That built information given to the public so that they would tune in to the wrestling shows, or when the wrestling show came to their area, they bought a ticket and went to it. You don't see any of that today. So, maybe the Chief doesn't know what he's talking about on his rant today, but I think if we take a look at it with the companies, it would work. So that's the Chief's rant today. Hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, go to YouTube and take a look at it, fans. That's the Chief over and out today.
That's a good one. I totally agree.
It's not stupidity. I mean, let's be honest about it. How many matches? SummerSlam tickets have been on sale for 3 weeks now? Something like that. How many matches do we know about SummerSlam right now?
None. Well, it's kind of like WrestleMania. Tickets go on sale in November. You're basically buying tickets for the name. You're not buying tickets for the matches.
Okay. Can we assume Roman Reigns is going to be there? Yes.
Yeah.
Can we assume Seth Rollins is going to be there? Yes. Can we assume Edge will probably be there? Yes. On the female side, probably Charlotte, probably
Rhea, Alexa.
Yep.
Hopefully
Okay.
The Fiend will be back by then.
So we know those wrestlers are going to be there.
Yeah.
But at this point in time, we don't know who's wrestling who.
True.
Okay. To me, we'll use WWE because I like to bitch on them. If Raw was smart and SmackDown was smart,
Wishful thinking.
not the wrestlers, but the creative part, the creative writing part. And they took, now Raw's a 3-hour show. They could make 2 15-minute intervals on there, not even 15, say 10 minutes. Okay. They could bring wrestler after wrestler in. They could talk about their storylines, who they're battling with, things like that. You build the hype up. Then at a point in time on the show, the next one's what? Money in the Bank coming up, right?
Yeah.
We kind of know what the matches are going to be, but we'll use SummerSlam. Talk about some of the matches that are going to happen, and build it up, and build it up, and build. People will buy. Trust me, man. When we went to Madison Square Garden and we heard the show at the middle of or we heard the card, next month's card in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
We were running our asses downstairs 2 floors to buy our tickets for the next month.
Yeah, they'd put the main event like the middle of the show.
Yes. Don't understand. I would have thought that Vince would have learned that from his father. Now, granted, it's built way, way up. It's international now.
I think it's now to the point you're just buying the name at this point.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to Monday Night Raw, you're not going, oh, I'm going to see this person or this person. or this match. It's I'm going to Raw or I'm going to SmackDown or like SummerSlam, especially one of the big 4 pay-per-views.
Yep.
You don't even care who's going to be there, especially after not seeing live wrestling for 18 months. When those tickets went on sale, I was like, "Pfft, I don't even care who's going. I'm going then.
No, I get that, and you know I'm as happy as anyone that live shows are back. You know I am. So enough on the subject. Where
All right.
Where are we going now?
On NXT, Zoe Stark, Las Vegas favorite, who has wrestled here for quite a while, and Io Shirai won the NXT Women's Tag Team titles. That was super cool to see.
I'm so happy for her, and you're right. We got to see Zoe out here for months, and to watch her in the ring, she's a true professional.
Definitely.
I watched the match. Okay, it was so smooth between her and Shirai. It was like, and I hate to use the cliche, a well-oiled machine. That's how good they look together.
They definitely got the chemistry going.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And I'm happy. And if you stop and think about it, Zoe's a champion down there. Okay, LA Knight is a champion down there. Carrion's a champion down there. All of them have come through Vegas. We've been fortunate enough to see them in Vegas many, many times. To me, that says something about the character development that hopefully Vegas has helped all of them with
Yeah, definitely.
to get them to where they're at today.
It's always funny to like go to independent shows and like you can like spot the stars like almost immediately.
Yeah.
But like collecting autographs and getting pictures of people for years, I'd always get like those people and I'd tell friends, be like, hey, you want to get that person before they get big.
Exactly.
And then later when they get big, they're like, oh, dude, I should have listened to you. I was like, I know.
And I'll throw another one out. Carl Fredericks, who is wrestling with New Japan.
Oh, okay.
Started here. Well,
Nice.
no, started in Reno at the Scum Factory up in Reno. That's who trained him. Now he's with New Japan. There's another one that's making it big.
Definitely.
So
Hopefully we get more than even more. But this week was also the 25th anniversary of the NWO forming when Hulk Hogan made the biggest heel turn in probably all of professional wrestling.
yeah.
What was your favorite NWO moment?
Oh man. Probably when Sting came down from the rafters and they had the fake Stings in the ring and they had the NWO guys in the ring and Sting come down and it was the night that he saved WCW.
Yeah.
Because it was NWO and WCW. And he came in the ring with the bat and he cleared it out. And that to me, that's my biggest moment of remembering.
I remember being at a Nitro in MGM,
Okay.
and we were kind of right by the tunnel, and the NWO was out, and like Sting came like from like one of the tunnels, and he was right next to me, and I was like, holy crap. I was like tapping him on the shoulder and being like, yeah, you're freaking cool. And oh, Aaron says hi from Lake Havasu. We hope everything's going well. Hope everyone's getting healthy and you enjoy the rest of your vacation.
Aaron, our prayers are with you, brother. Let us know when you know something for sure.
Definitely. When I saw Sting in the tunnel, I was like losing my mind as a kid. And then something made me look over at the ring, and then the real Sting came down from the rafters, and that Sting came out. I was so mad.
You know, you stop and think about it. The wrestlers who, I'll just use you and I, who we've been able to meet in our life. And you see them as characters on TV or at a wrestling show. they're in character. But when you get them by themselves, and there's, people don't recognize them. They're walking through an airport, or they're at a hotel or a restaurant, and you're polite. You go up, you wait till they have their meal, and you ask them for an autograph politely, and you meet them then. I haven't really met one wrestler that I can say I had a bad experience with. I can
name a couple.
I did one. I did one years ago, and who will remain nameless, but thanks to Jim Crockett and Dusty Rhodes, the problem was taken care of.
Oh, I remember you telling us
real
this story.
quick. Taken care of real quick. So, it's amazing today to see, we've got friends that wrestle, okay? And since, in my mind, since they've been elevated to NXT or any of the shows, AEW, Impact, I don't care which one, it has to take a toll on their personal life as far as having the freedom to be able to go out to a restaurant or go to a movie or go bowling or just go grocery shopping where fans aren't bothering them.
Yeah.
And I think there comes a point in time where we have to give them their space. That's why, we get our friend out here. We'll take him somewhere that people aren't going to find him. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, but when you go into that profession, kind of comes with the territory. There's a lot of people, I've seen most wrestlers are pretty cool. There's a couple that are hate being bothered by fans, are extremely rude to everybody outside of meet and greets. Her name might rhyme with Sasha Banks. She's number one.
Magnum TA. So that's old school, folks. That's old school. But yeah, Magnum TA. So where are we at? 40. Let's see here.
Should we go to our last commercial break? When they get it popped up?
Maybe.
But just to kill a couple minutes, The Rock was announced that he made $87 million last year making movies. Which is making you wonder if he's really going to come back to WWE when he has a... Did you see the video actually of him on ESPN? It was on their TikTok.
No.
And they were like, oh, there was an accident on set. And they were like, are you bleeding? And he kind of scrolled his phone down and his finger was an L. He totally broke his finger. And he was like, I don't got time to bleed. Let's go pop this sumbitch back into place. That dude is crazy.
Hey, for $87 million, man,
For $87 million, you can snap all my fingers and just pop them into place. Screw it.
Absolutely.
I deal with it.
Absolutely.
We will be right back.
If you order Firehouse Subs online or with our app, we'll have those delicious, melty subs boxed, bagged, and ready to pick up with rapid rescue to go. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
This is John Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. Because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? Is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
We're back.
All right, folks, welcome back to Thoughts Count Anywhere. If you want to call and talk to us today, in the U.S., 702-329-6947, press 1. International, 855-502-4321, press 1 to come in and talk to us.
Call now.
The next one on our list, on the illustrious run sheet that my cohort in crime here, Mr. Matt, does excellent every week for. Daniel Bryant removed from all ongoing projects.
He's got to be signing somewhere else or something. I'm kind of hoping he shows up in Ring of Honor to like go back to his roots, but I don't see him walking away from the WWE money either. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, you know what I know, he doesn't have a contract with WWE right now.
Nope.
Okay, I totally agree with you. I would love to see Bryan Danielson go back to ROH. Okay, I would love to see Samoa Joe go back to ROH. I would love to see AJ Styles go back to ROH. Will it happen? Probably not. But at least with Bryan, or Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, or whatever you want to call him, I've seen him in both characters. He has a lot to offer as in my mind, a teacher, a trainer.
Definitely, with all the young talent in Ring of Honor right now,
And-
they need somebody like that.
And I heard this week when I was watching one of their shows, evidently they're getting back on the road also. And
Oh.
rumor is that there will be a show coming out to Vegas, ROH style.
Hell yeah.
So,
I want them all to come back.
you know, it's interesting. What I know about Sam's Town, they're not opening up the showroom till sometime in the fall.
Huh.
So, you know, I'm assuming that they're going to, you know, have to hire people back and everything like that to get it open and everything. But I think once they do, I foresee ROH coming out here and doing a show.
Yeah, definitely. Like, half the reason some of the stuff isn't open in Vegas is solely because people don't want to go back to work,
Yeah, exactly.
which is insane.
Exactly.
We've been trying to hire for security and get like 2 people that apply, and you're just like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, that's all over. That's all over.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yesterday.
Yeah, they just had the huge job
Oh, that
fair.
job fair at the. I wonder how many people actually showed up to that.
Have no idea.
So they said they were going to hire like 13,000 people.
Yeah, I have no idea on that one. Let's see where we want to go here. Let's go to AEW Impact Report. Malachi Black debuted on Dynamite, giving the Black Mask to Arn Anderson and Cody Rhodes. His no complete cause, which was screwed up by WWE, was only 30 days and not 90. So we got to see him.
That was cool. I figured when Selena Vega came back to WWE, I assumed they were going to re-sign him. So when the lights went out for like a really long time and he popped up, I legit jumped out of my chair and was like, holy shit.
Well, I read an article and it said that Selena and Charlotte are very, very happy with their men wrestling where they're wrestling.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're excited for them. So, hey. So one's up north and one's down south. But
Yeah,
they're both in Florida, so what's the difference?
Hopefully AEW treats them, like, gives them a better push and better than what WWE did to them.
I would hope that Tony Khan listens. Yeah. Okay, let's put it this way. We don't know how much Tony Khan really gets involved in the shows. You know,
He's like the main guy.
but is
He runs all the creative. He's like the Vince McMahon.
is Cody and Arn and Tully and Cody's brother and Jericho and Kenny Omega and the Bucks, are they the ones that are really giving the input to Tony? And I would assume they got to run it through Tony to make the matches.
I don't know exactly how it works over there, but from what I've heard,
I have no
like
idea.
Tony comes up with most of the creative, but he listens to everybody. Like everyone can pitch their ideas, and I
Right.
heard he goes with a lot of their ideas. And he doesn't script promos or anything. They're just like, get this point across,
I would
like it should be.
You know, I would think when you have Well, let's put it this way. When you have Arn and you have Tully and you have JR, you're probably talking close to 100 years
In the business, yeah.
in the business. And now that you've got Mark Henry over there and you've got Big Show over there and you've got Cody's brother who's been in the business 20-some years, 25, 26 years, I believe.
He's been in there almost 40.
Is it that long? 40?
Yeah.
Okay. You're talking about people, in my mind, who, if they care, which I think the names I mentioned, most of them do, can give you great creative thought on how to do things. So I'll just leave it at that.
Definitely. I saw on Impact that Deonna Purrazzo is going to defend the Impact Championship at Slammiversary against a mystery opponent. As the 90-day no-compete clauses are coming from the first wave of releases.
Who's coming?
So who do you think it's going to be, Chelsea Green or Mickie James?
I say
it's got to be one of those
I
two.
say Chelsea.
I could see that. I think it's Mickie.
Do you?
Even though she's with
NWA?
NWA, I can see her going to Impact, and then when she wants to have like a big match at whatever their women's pay-per-view is,
Right.
the rematch with Deonna Purrazzo.
That makes sense. But didn't Chelsea hold the belt over in Impact at one time?
Yeah, when she was Laurel Van Ness, I think her name was.
So, who knows?
And it's got to be one of those two. I just don't know which one, but I'd be happy with either.
I'm still wondering where the Iconics are going to go.
AEW.
I hope so. I hope so.
Peyton Royce is or Cassie Lee, as she's going now. Sean Spears is in AEW, so I'm pretty sure he's pushing for that one pretty good.
So let me ask you a question.
What's up?
SmackDown's not sold out yet. How's AEW All Out officially sold out? How?
Because they're in a much smaller venue.
Okay. All right. But how are they sold out and WWE's not sold out? You know, you see
Because
where
AEW.
you see where I'm going with this stuff?
Yeah.
You would think WWE sold out. Okay. Now, granted, AEW is a smaller venue they're using, but AEW sold out.
How many of those tickets are actually in scalpers' hands, though? Because they were touting that Double or Nothing was sold out in Vegas.
And it wasn't.
For like the longest time.
And it wasn't.
And you can get tickets like buy one, get one free on Groupon like the week of the show.
Yes. Totally agree with you.
It's kind of like WWE SummerSlam when they have like, they're trying to say they sold all these tickets to Allegiant Stadium, but they have yet to mention that, oh, we blocked off half of Allegiant Stadium, so there's only like 35,000 or like 40,000 seats available instead of 70.
Yeah. And Mr. Producer, I think it's just about time, sir, if you would cue up our birthdays. The old Chief's going to try to do a job. Only Mr. Aaron
Happy birthday to you.
Is the man. So if you can cue it up. All right, here we go. July the 10th, Gilbert and Johnny Grunge. July the 11th, Butch Reed, Tyson Kidd, and Jeff Cobb. July the 12th, Hurricane Helms, Sami Zayn, and Brock Lesnar. July the 13th, X-Pac and Jake Christ. July the 14th, Double J, Jeff Jarrett, Bubba Ray Dudley, and Charlie Caruso. July the 15th, Heath Slater, Jesse Ventura, and the Boogeyman. And July the 16th, Bobby Lashley and Excalibur. And there you go, everyone. I'm wishing you a happy birthday.
Awesome. Happy birthday to everybody on that list and everybody listening whose birthday happens to be this week. Or your friends and loved ones. Anybody born this week, happy birthday.
And let's see, we'll go to...
Did you see that fan that tried to jump in the ring
on
Dynamite?
And Jericho Colcock.
That is not the person to do that to.
Hell yes.
That was... I've seen him do that shit in a... I was at a Monday Night Raw in Vegas, and when Jericho was an undisputed champion, he was on the ropes, and he had like both the belts out, like doing his pose, and this fan yanked him off of the apron, and this fan, Jericho, started beating the shit out of this guy. And then it was like a tag match, so the Undertaker and The Rock came from either side of the ring and like launched this guy into security, like, get him the hell out of here.
Did they stomp a mud hole in him?
Oh, Jericho, like, that's like Jericho's favorite thing, I think.
You know, I spoke on this on one of my rants, and I'm going to make it real quick, okay? I am probably one of the most...
Didn't you do this last week in Versus?
Wrestling fans. I love wrestling, and I love wrestlers. And when I can get involved, I like to get involved. And I do know how to use a kendo stick. Sin City Scumbags. I should give you a shout out. Anyway, I know when to get involved, and I have never climbed over a rail. Almost once I did, but I didn't. And we have to know our places. And if you're an idiot enough to hop over a rail and to try to get in a ring or around the ring when there's wrestlers there, I guarantee you, you're going to get your ass kicked. And that's the bottom line, because the chief says so.
If you jump over that rail, whatever happens to you is on you.
Yeah.
You're in their domain, so
you know,
you get your head knocked off, sucks for you.
I wonder what happens after you do that and they jump over and a wrestler has, and they're taken away by security. I would assume that they go to jail.
Sometimes they let them go, like in the back. Sometimes they get arrested. I think it just depends what city they're in, where the cops are.
See, to me, if they're in Vegas, just take them down to one of the lower levels and teach them a lesson, and then let them go.
True.
You know, I think somebody else used to do that years ago.
We got 2 minutes left. Let's hit some pop culture.
All right, let's see. What do we got here? The Suns lead the NBA Finals 2-0. Chief on the last show. And a couple weeks ago, I don't know that much about basketball. I don't follow it as much like I used to in the old days. But I made a prediction that the Suns were going to win, and I was surprised this morning to see they're up 2-0. So go ahead, Suns. Take it up to I believe they're playing in Milwaukee, and maybe sweep it 4-0.
I hope they win it in 4, but Giannis is Giannis, so he's got to. I think they'll get a game or two. I think the Suns will win it in 6, probably.
6. And I'm going to let you. I'm going to let you handle the last 2 because I don't.
The new Marvel movie Black Widow is out in theaters. It's also on Disney Plus.
Okay.
This is one thing I hate about Disney Plus is they put all the new movies on there, but you got to pay like $10 a month for Disney Plus, and it's an extra $30 to watch Black Widow. Disney's always at some kind of money grab. Damn. It's so annoying. But it's out in theaters, so you'll watch it for like $10.
And who's going to win the fight tonight?
I'll be there at T-Mobile.
Not Irish.
Or
Dustin Poirier is going to win by knockout in the 2nd round.
As I said, it's all about the money with McGregor. And I don't follow MMA. I don't follow a lot in boxing, but I hope McGregor one of these times gets his head handed to him. So I'll leave it at that. And for Matt, final thoughts.
Everybody have a good week. Stay hydrated. Try to stay cool. It's going to be a scorcher out this weekend. Everybody be safe. Aaron, prayers with you that everything's okay and you enjoy your vacation. Hope to see you back next week.
And for the Chief, have a good week, everybody. Aaron, let us know, brother. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. And for us here at Thoughts Count Anywhere, have a great week, fans. This is the Chief, over and out.